Hey, what's up, y'all? If you are a PT student or new grad and you're looking to crush the NPTE, I want you to like this video right now, subscribe to this channel. Right now, we're about to go over scoliosis and the Cobb angle, and I'm going to do it in a practice question. Are you ready for me? All right, pull out a pen and paper. Let's get to work. All right, y'all, let's pop on back. I'm about to smash this question right now. Like I said, pull out a pen and paper, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel for more practice question videos just like this. What do I got up on the screen right now? My man, Ryland. All right, Ryland is a 13-year-old male, presents with left thoracic scoliosis. The patient denies back pain. However, the patient's Cobb angle has progressed from 20 to 27 degrees over the past year. Which of the following is the most recommended? Cool. So we got A, B, C, and D. Let's lock this in right now. A says perform trunk strengthening exercise for muscles on the right. B, refer the patient for an orthopedic surgery consult. C is immediate referral for orthosis fitting. And D is advise the child's guardians to monitor progression and continue with the HEP. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down because you need to know this for the NPTE. You need to know all about this topic here, scoliosis. And here's the thing. When you have someone who's young like this, adolescent, 13-year-old, they're not skeletally mature yet, right? Their bones are still forming. So that's something to keep in mind, because if the person is still forming their bones, y'all, they have a higher risk for developing a progression of their scoliosis if they have it currently, right? So you got to keep that in mind. Now it says the patient has a left thoracic scoliosis. How many of y'all could tell me in the comment box right now what that really is? What side's the convexity, the curve on, right? So a left thoracic scoliosis means that the convexity is on the left. All right. Convexity is on the left, and that means the concavity, you see the C right here, right? The concavity is on the right. You got to notice for the NPTE, baby. Don't say I didn't tell you. Left thoracic scoliosis right there. Beautiful. Let's continue. The patient denies back pain. Cool. All right. It goes on to say, however, the patient's Cobb angle has progressed from 20 to 27 degrees over the past year. Got to notice for the NPTE as well, this thing called a Cobb angle. It's what we use to measure the angle of progression of someone's scoliosis. It's a method. You could check it out in your McGee textbook or your Dutton textbook. You can look it up on Google as well and get an idea for that. It's called the Cobb angle. All right, now here's the thing. In the question, it says the patient has progressed from 10 to 27 degrees. So a 7-degree increase over the past year. Not good. We don't like to see that. All right. I'm going to tell you off the top. You might want to put this down in your nose, babe. You might want to put this down. That if you have a patient that's between 10 and 20 degrees, we're typically just monitoring that. We're like, all right, I'm keeping an eye on you, bro. But other than that, we're just keeping an eye on it. We're just observing to see if it increases. When you start to get above that, that's when we start thinking about, okay, do we need to do something more than just observe it? Okay, keep that in mind. Now it says, which of the following is the most recommended? Let me simplify this for you right now. If you are a physical therapist listening to this, you have to know what scoliosis is, all right? You also have to know what the Cobb angle is. You got to know about this degree of increase. And if we see that, what should we do? All right, so you got your answer choices below. Let's start knocking them out one by one. A says perform trunk strengthening exercises for muscles on the right. Yes or no? Would you do that? Would you recommend that that be done? The answer to that, I'm going to tell you right now, is no. Here's the reason why. Because the patient has a left thoracic scoliosis. I might need to slide over here and show y'all something. Let's imagine that we're looking at the spine from behind, all right? I'm going to go ahead and draw this out for you so everybody understands. Looking at the spine from behind, all right, you see that the convexity is on the left, concavity is on the right, right? Concavity. All right, cool. Here's the thing. The muscles on this left side, they're stretched out. So you should actually be trying to strengthen the muscles on the left. All right, that's how that works. Those muscles are stretched out, they're being pulled or yanked. So we need to strengthen those. Now, the muscles on the right-hand side, these muscles are short and tight. All right, so here's the thing. I don't want to strengthen those tight, short muscles. I want to stretch them out. So I don't like this answer of A. Answer A says perform trunk strengthening exercise for muscles on the right. No, man, you should stretch those, not strengthen them. All right, I'm going to put an X next to that. Y'all got me? We good? Go down in the comment box and put good. All right, let's go down to B. B says refer the patient for an orthopedic surgery consult. Attractive answer. I see some of y'all like this one right here. Here's the thing. If your patient is somewhere between 40 to 50 degrees Cobb angle, that's when we start to consider this whole orthopedic surgery consult. Give the orthopedic surgeon an opportunity to, look at this, assess this, and determine if they need to do surgery or not. All right. So it's typically when the patient has progressed to that level. Is our patient up that high? No. So I think this is way too aggressive. I would not, as a physical therapist on the NPTE, do that answer right there. Not at the whole 20 to 27 degrees thing. Okay, let's look at C. C says immediate referral for orthosis fitting. Okay, check this out now. Do I want to do this? Well, I know a lot of you were turned off by the word immediate here, but I actually think that this is a good answer right here because the patient is between 20 to 30 degrees, and we've seen greater than a 5-degree increase. All right, we've seen this patient progress more than 5 degrees. So that lets us know, hold on a minute, we need to do a little bit more than just observe this thing. We need to get the patient in an orthosis. Can't even talk today. In an orthosis in order to stop the progression or at least slow down the progression. C, I think, is a great answer right now. Can I put a little party hat? Put a dude with a party hat. I like this. This is good. All right. Let's look at D. We're not done yet. It says advise the child's guardians to monitor progression and continue with HEP. How many of y'all like this answer right here? Let me know. Check this out. Advise the child's guardians to just monitor the progression and continue with HEP. I'm like, well, HEP? Where the heck did HEP come from? I don't see no HEP in the question. They didn't say nothing about exercise up there. I don't even know what that HEP would be. So I'm already kind of like, I don't know. But here's the other thing. Here it says, advise the child's guardians just to monitor the progression. And this is typically something that you would do if maybe you weren't seeing much of a progression. Maybe it was less than 3 degrees or less than 5 degrees, I should say. Or maybe the patient is between 10 to 20 degrees of their Cobb angle. That's when I'm like, all right, we're just going to monitor, observe. But this patient has had more than a 5-degree increase in their Cobb angle. They're between 20 to 30 degrees. I think it's time for us to take a look at this orthosis. Potentially get this patient fit for an orthosis. C is going to be our best answer. Congratulations for those of you who got this one correct. I love to destroy questions like this because scoliosis is a hot target for practice exams, even the NPTE. Okay. Now, we're specifically talking about the NPTE. What you may do in the clinic and beyond this point of the NPTE is something else. But for the NPTE, this is the stuff that you need to